Hi everybody. Okay, I already hate that intro, but it doesn't matter. So my last few videos have been about Black Ops 3 and how to play it safely. And I'm just gonna go over like basically it's somewhat dangerous to play the Steam version of the game or any PC version. I think it only exists through Steam, but it doesn't matter. The Steam version of the game without using some sort of patch or some something to make it safe to play. So there's like the patch by Sirius and my offline method and well there used to be BOIII or BOIII, which I made a video on how to get for completely free, which was basically compiling it yourself. But then it got it was up that I don't know the right word, but basically you couldn't do it anymore. And then Activision went up and cease and desisted the creator for it, or a project that was adjacent to it. I don't want to get into details because that's not what this video is about. Anyway, what I'm going to be showing you is just how to get an alternative client which is built off the same source code as BOIII, so meaning it will be mostly the same as the BOIII client, but it will be slightly different in some ways, but it should make the game safe to play. And this is much easier than the last one, and really a lot easier. But I also do want to say as far as I can tell, there's no risk to this. There's no risk to using this, but I have talked to some people and I do agree with what they've said, and I'll just like basically paraphrase it. They've said that it can be dangerous to use free versions of things. Like free versions of clients, for example. Even though the source code is publicly available because this is also an open source project, what I'm going to be showing you is downloading a pre-compiled exe. And technically, if the creators of this pre-compiled exe wanted to hide something malicious in it, it would be easy to, but that does not necessarily mean they did hide anything malicious in it, and I'm not capable of checking if they did or did not, so use this at your own risk, and I want to state what I think, and I don't think that, personally, I don't think it's dangerous, but I'm just gonna, like I said, I paraphrased what someone else said, and I feel like I should have done that, and it's the right thing to do. Um, so it's really simple. Literally, go to Google and type in "boy dash free." It's that easy. And also, I want to really give a huge shout out to whoever posted this Reddit post because they shared my video and it made me so happy to see that. But anyway, you want to scroll down to boy-free GitHub topics and wait, no, is this it? Yes, this is it. So boy-free GitHub topics, and as you see, it's by EasyZlol, and the GitHub repository is in boy-free. So just click on that, and we'll be brought to this page. And instead of having to download the source code and everything, all we have to do is click on the releases. We can click on the +16 or whatever, and download the latest version. And as you see, there's an executable. This is what I mean by pre-compiled executable. What we did in the last video was we downloaded the source code and then compiled it to get the executable that we wanted. This basically is taking that source code, they compile the source code, and then they give us the executable instead of us having to compile it ourselves. Some advantages to both ways. Anyway, as you can see, so I'm not gonna bother or care about this personally. I've already downloaded this, but anyway, it says boy1, so I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna rename it to boy tutorial, I guess. I don't know. I know you can't see what I'm doing right now. It's because it's my downloads folder, and well, I don't want to show off my downloads folder. I don't know if there's anything in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to another folder. We'll just put it. I don't know. This folder will work. I don't feel like making a new folder for this. So um we have the executable file. Now for you it should just be called boy.exe. I renamed it and that's not a big deal, but I renamed it so that way, because you'll see why I renamed it in a second. So if we go to Steam now, go to Library, and then right click on your Black Ops 3 installation. Oh, not that. And click Properties, Local Files, and then click Browse. Now here I have, this is why I renamed it, because I already have a file in here called BOIII.exe. So I'm just going to paste this in here, and now you see I have BOIII tutorial.exe, and this is the one I just downloaded. And it's almost identical to the BOIII client. It's got one difference which will show you once you launch it. And yeah, I have plenty of other things in here like the other patch, but you don't have to worry about that. So I'll just double click on this to launch it. And Windows protected your PC. I'm gonna run it anyway because I trust it. Again, this is at your own risk. That thing that popped up was an auto updater. And then we can just click play. And as you see, it's almost identical to how the original BOIII client looked. And I'm gonna give this a couple seconds because this is on a slow hard drive. I went to this before, and as you see, it even has the console, just with a different logo up in the top left. And Black Ops 3 is launching, and as you see up in the top left, it says BOIII-CXV. It might not say dash your username for you, and I'll show you how to set it in a second. Um, Man, I wish I put this on like a SSD so I didn't have to have all this blank space here. If you couldn't tell, I don't edit my videos. Maybe I should. So as you see also on the top left now it says BOIII EZZ, and that's because they just changed what it's set up here because it's not the actual BOIII client. But if you click on this, it still says emulating online servers rather than connecting. And we are here now. It's lagging for me because it's on the slow hard drive, and once it's loaded, it'll be fine. But all you have to do to set your name is click the tilde key, and if you don't know what the tilde key is, it should be right below the escape key, or ESC. It should be to the left of your 1 key, or the exclamation mark key, and it should be above your tab key. So just click that key, and then type in name, and then not name, and then just type in name, and then a space, and then the name you want it to be. So obviously that's the one I'm going to be XV. Now you might need to restart your game for this to take effect, but uh, yeah, you might need to restart your game to take effect. And if I click B to bring up the server browser, you'll see there still aren't any servers, unfortunately. And I've looked at some of the recent changes that this BOIII client has made, and they did change the official website or domain it checks to actually get the servers. Now, I don't know much about coding, but basically they changed a line that said something along the lines of get servers and then in quotes server.boiii.re, which was BOII's official server list, but since they shut down, they changed it to like servers.awog. I don't know, but there's still no servers, which is unfortunate, but you don't have to you don't need the servers. Obviously, this is to play the game safe, not to play with friends, unfortunately. The way to play with friends is a bit more complicated, although I think I have it figured out currently, and I might make a video on it if I can be 100% sure that it does work. But as of right now, I'm not going to bother doing that because I'm not confident it works, and I don't want to be creating videos about things I don't know should work. Anyway, we are here, no servers, but it still says BOIII EZZ. And as you see, I have the stats settings, and I have infinite gobblegums. And if I go join a solo game, I guess the giant should load up fast enough. Man, I really should put this on my SSD to make these videos faster. Or maybe I should write a script so I don't have to talk as much about random things or random nonsense. But yeah, I don't really have much to say to fill in this blank void, so I guess I'll just be quiet. And as you can see, Still says BOIII EZZ up in the top left, and then the version. As you see, I have max ammo and RK5, which means I have, or the game thinks I've completed all the Easter eggs. I've actually not completed all the Easter eggs, but that's because I enabled that option inside of the settings. But as you can see, I am playing, and then I guess let's get to a point where I can hit the gobblegum machine. And you saw I didn't load up any what do you call it? Any mods to give me free gobblegums, so I'll just prove to you I do have these gobblegums, even though I don't technically have them legitimately. Um, and as you see, we got raindrops. It does say 9988, or not 88, but 998, but it will still be unlimited after I restart. And here it is working. So yeah, I feel like this proves enough that this is working. And let's get out. So that was a guide, simple hopefully. I know I did kind of make it less simple than it had to be, but that was a guide on how to use, or basically use BOIII for free, also after BOIII got shut down, or got a cease and desist letter. Um, Now since this is open source code, it's not like we're doing any piracy here unless you're pirating the game, and I don't endorse that. But BOIII got shut down, but the source code was still saved and uploaded back to GitHub. So basically, this is still completely legit. And as far as I can tell, you can't get in trouble for using this. Only the creators can get in trouble for creating this, just as the creators of BOIII did. So there is the possibility that Activision could send out a cease and desist letter to the creators of this version of BOIII, but that's not something I can speak on because I don't know if they're doing that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not part of Activision's legal team. But I have nothing else to really say, so I'm just gonna end it here.